Well, good afternoon to you, Tsinga, and to the viewers at home. Yes, of course, it's about 2 hours before that budget statement by the Finance Minister. To take us more around the budget, I'm going to invite Dr. Dumisani Janjis from the Parliamentary Budget Office. You obviously advise Parliament on the budget process. If you can explain to a layperson the state of our finances, how would you rate them?
Thank you so much, Bulelani, for inviting us and for the opportunity to share with the audience what the Budget Office does. Look, I think last week we wrote a fiscal brief for the Finance and Appropriations Committee, and we analyzed the public finance, where they are, and the economy as well. And I think when we look at the way we are, certainly government will have a bit of more revenue collected than expected, at least looking at the starting of the financial year until December last year. Government expects to have more revenue than they expect to collect, but also there's a slow spending patterns that we've seen, which is also worrying factors. So as a whole, that would mean government might have a bit of more space to deal with other measures. But I think largely what we're concerned about is the issue of lack of economic growth. In our analysis, we've emphasized the importance of government playing more role in ensuring economic growth, particularly around investing in the economy a lot, and also ensuring that public corporations continue to invest in the economy as required. So in a way, it's a bit of a mixed bag, but the good things are probably a bit of a more space for government in terms of our analysis, at least in this regard.
There's been a lot of focus, at least some commentary around the state of Eskom. There's plans for Eskom to be taking its debt, a portion of it to be under the government. In your analysis, is that a right direction to do?
Look, I think energy security is a major factor for any economy to grow. And I think in our analysis we've shown that as well, that a prolonged load shedding or lack of energy security really negatively impacts the economy. And also the prediction are that if we have this prolonged lack of energy security, will certainly lead to even worse economic performance. Of course, one of the bigger challenges the Eskom is facing is huge debt, and taking away part of the debt, as government president has indicated in the State of Nation address, will certainly create more space for Eskom to have more liquidity, but also to get more finances to invest better in infrastructure that it requires most, particularly also look at the renewable energy as well. So it will probably help Eskom in investment in this regard.
On the issue of economic reforms, what would you expect the minister to report back on?
I think they probably, in our analysis as well, we did some analysis before the SONA in terms of how far they've been. There has been a lot of progress on economic reforms that are put in place. But I think from our concern, a lot of times that the economic reforms has a lot focus on the supply side of the economy. And our economy, like many other developing countries, requires a lot of demand side support and would really emphasize a lot of importance of a more demand side support for economy in this regard. And that's really has been an issue we raised over time with Parliament. So look, our supply side is good, but also we need more demand side, more investment, more support for households, and more service delivery in various sectors of the economy.
Lastly, on job creation, where should they focus?
Look, I think the big issue here is small, medium enterprises are a very important part of the business, part of the economy, and I think more support small, medium enterprise, more direct support. Because one of the issues we were concerned about last year in our analysis on debt guarantees was that there hasn't been much of uptake of the small and medium enterprise of the debt guarantees, but there has to be more considered support from the government on small, medium enterprise for them to invest, because there's a literature that shows they employ more people in the economy, and particularly looking at what's the role of government. One example I can take is public procurement. How is public procurement used to support small and medium enterprises, and how that has actually been tracked in ensuring that there's more economic activities taking place as a result of public procurement in small and medium enterprises.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Dumisani Janjis. He's the director of the Parliamentary Budget Office. On that note, Nzinga, we'll cross back to you.